At the beginning of a Broadway show, the lights dim, the music plays, and the audience waits for the spotlight to hit the stage. When the main actor appears, the story begins. So it is with leadership. When you become a leader, the people wait for you to step into the spotlight on center stage. All eyes are fixed on you, waiting to see who you are, waiting to see what you will say and what you will do. After all, you are the leader. What if the spotlight appeared on that stage and you were not in it? What would happen then? The people would be confused. They would wonder where you were. They would think that you didn't understand your role until they realized that you are a different kind of leader. You're not seeking the spotlight. In fact, you've walked off the stage to find the light crew. You will shift the focus of the spotlight to the people you've been asked to lead. You will lead the people to daring destinations far beyond their imagination. You will focus intensely on serving them well along the journey. You will help them discover meaning in their work and principles in their actions. You will dare to serve. Welcome to our 5th session on Dare to Serve Leadership. We are halfway through our time together. In the first 4 sessions, we've been talking about the impact of Dare to Serve leadership on the people, our followers. We've contemplated the importance of loving those we lead. We've explored the value of a daring destination that energizes and inspires the team's performance. We've thought about the role of the leader in bringing meaning and purpose to the work. And we've considered the importance of shared principles that guide how we work together. We now begin the second part of the journey. In these next 4 weeks, we will look more closely at ourselves and reflect on what it would take for us to become a Dare to Serve leader. To be completely honest, I worked for many years in large corporations without ever thinking about my work as service to others. Early in my career, when people asked me my career philosophy, I would offer the title of a book I saw at Barnes & Noble. It was called Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady, and Work Like a Dog. Then I met my first really bad boss, and that experience changed everything. The first thing this boss did was invite me out for dinner, a get-to-know-you opportunity. I accepted the invitation and looked forward to learning more about this leader. Somewhere during that dinner, this boss said these words, "I've heard you're good. My job is to trip you up." And then he grinned, as if that were a funny thing to say. It turned out that this boss's worldview was all about finding people's faults and errors. He always wanted to be sure that you knew that the boss was smarter and better than everyone else. But it didn't take long for people in the company to figure this boss out. A year later, the company's sales had lost momentum, and most of its leaders had left, including me. A couple years after that, the business was sold to another company. What happened in this scenario? The boss was plenty smart, but he only challenged us to do his ideas. He spoke to us with condescending words that made it crystal clear he thought we were less capable than he was. He had big ambitions for his own career, and everybody knew it. He would win, we would lose. This experience was a turning point in my views on leadership. I decided that I must avoid at all costs the self-centered boss behaviors that killed the enthusiasm of the team and the performance results. Robert Greenleaf was the first to coin the term servant leadership about 40 years ago. Greenleaf studied leaders in large companies and concluded that at the extremes, a leader chooses to be either leader first, a leader who focuses on self-ambition, or servant first, a leader whose ambition is to serve others. The leader first type could be called, "It's all about me." Self-focused leadership. This is a leader that seeks a position of power, enjoys getting and wielding that power, and seeks to win for personal gain. This leader has an integrity filter that is selective, meaning they do what's right as long as it serves them well. The servant-first leader type is well described as it's all about the other people. Others-focused leadership. This leader is in a position of power, but they use their power to share power, listening to people, collaborating with the people, seeking a win for the people and the enterprise. This leader has moral integrity as their filter. They do what is right, no matter what the cost to self. Greenleaf said that few leaders are actually at the extremes, either 100% leader first or 100% servant first. After watching leaders over the years, I do not think there are bad guy leaders and good guy leaders. We all have bad and good traits. The problem is we fail to deliberately decide between these two poles of self-serving leadership versus serving others well. We wobble back and forth between serving the people well and serving our own interests. In fact, we wobble from day to day and hour to hour. Said simply, we struggle between who we are and who we wish we could be. It's so easy to critique others. In others, we can easily see the downfall of power used for personal gain. In others, we see the pursuit of results or achievement at all costs. In others, we see the uncontrolled personal ambition that ignores the work of the people. But the truth be told, we struggle to see these same traits in ourselves. In others, we can see that self-centered leadership is the enemy of high-performing teams. It squashes risk-taking, it offers no growth and development, it relies on authority, not relationships. It moves brazenly forward without counsel from others. In the same vein, we can see that leaders who dare to serve create the conditions for superior performance. They inspire us to a purpose greater than ourselves. They encourage us to take risks. They coach and develop us. They hold us accountable. They really care. So you know what good looks like. Will you apply what you know to your leadership? Choose to serve and create the conditions for your team to achieve outstanding results.